Oh, it's never too late. Never too late. No, yeah, the last breath we take, if we find our purpose, that's fine. That's fine. Don't worry about timing. If you go to the Urantia book, which complements, overrides the King James version of the Bible, the hellfire and damnation and the judgment, all of those things that are in the King James version are basically not true. The Urantia book is very correct. There's no time. You and I have eternity to grow, develop, and learn. There's no judgment bar. We're not going to sit with the book of life, Ohina, and the devil there with the pitchfork and flames and sword, and Gabriel saying, oh, you did this, oh, you did that. No. The decisions you and I make every damn day is our heaven and our hell. We create it ourselves. If you go back to a cockroach disability video, I said this before I discovered Genevieve Nicole Crosset. I believed I didn't want to go to a heaven with gold streets. What do I want with a gold street? What do I want with a mansion? I've been in Beverly Hills. I used to work in Beverly Hills putting glass in movie stars' homes. I don't want that. I want what I want. And I think that we create our own heaven, our own hell, and there is no judgment. We move along the eternal progression at our own rate and our own speed. And the Urantia book indicates that very clearly with the mansion worlds, which Christ mentioned on the cross. It was misinterpreted when he said to the one thing, in my house, in my Father's house, there are many mansions. That's not the correct quote. He basically said there's many mansion worlds. I think I left off the King James. So anyway, that's my answer. Long-winded as usual.
Okay. Let's see the next question. Do you believe in right person, wrong time?
Right person, wrong time. Boy, that's an interesting one because life is so flexible and so dynamic. Many times we meet somebody and we think they're the right person, and then they get scared or we get scared, and we put them in the trash can. We move on to another person, or they do it to us. Timing, I think, is significant in life. If Moses was 5 years old, I think it would have been hard for him to go up on Mount Sinai, and the damn plates would have been too fucking big for him to carry down. So, the same way with David and Bathsheba, they were both mature men and women. They would have engaged in the sexual behaviors they engaged in, and Uriah was killed because of it. So, yes, timing is important. And one of the things we have to do, especially I found, is wait. Wait on the Lord. I don't think that there's ever some person or event that goes by that is catastrophic. We may have regrets for years, months, decades. Like, God, I should have married my girl next door. God, I should have taken that job. So Steve Jobs wanted me to be a secretary when he was in the garage. I should have done that. I don't think those are forever timing mistakes. I think if we stay in line with spirituality, with our Heavenly Father and our Heavenly Mother, that there's never any events that are timelessly removed from opportunity. Somehow that roller coaster will turn and twist so that that timing mistake would be made up for.
Okay. Are the greatest... Wait, 1 second. Oh, do you believe life shapes us, or do we shape life by the stories we choose to believe about it?
Okay, one more time slow, because that's a good question.
Do you believe life shapes us, or do we shape life by the stories we choose to believe about it?
Okay, that's a good question, and it puts me to, the human condition. We're all black or white. We're male, we're female. We're happy, we're sad. The continuum that you young people are learning with autism, gender identity, these continuums are new revelations coming to the earth with this younger generation. Us baby boomers, we were taught, you're right or you're wrong. You're a Democrat or you're a Republican. You're this or you're that. This black and white thinking is evolutionarily. Darwin would have, fainted if he thought there were just white turtles and black turtles. So the answer to the question is, again, it goes a little bit towards nature and nurture. There is a flexible combination of learning. And in our DNA, some of us are smarter than others. Some are talented. Some can play the piano. Some can bungee jump. Some can drive big trucks. Others can fly airplanes. What I've discovered, sadly, here in the last 6 months, is when you line 100 human beings up and look at them, and they're dressed appropriately, they're smiling, they're waving, they're socially interacting appropriately. There's only 2 of them that have anything inside. The rest are all empty containers, having to do with morality, motivation, self-esteem, ego development, psychology, sociology. There's really 2 out of 100, about 20%. 2 out of 100 would be 98%. Well, what I'm trying to say is 80% of all the humans that you and I meet are empty containers. They don't know who they are, what they want. They talk the talk, they make shit up, they take selfies of themselves, and then they doctor the selfies to make them younger, bigger, whatever. They take a picture of a little penis that's really theirs, but they doctor it and it's now 9 feet long. Humans are empty containers, and I'm sad to say that most live a whole life here for 70, 80 years, and they don't put much in the container. Some do, some don't.
Okay. What advice would you give to young people in today's day?
The advice I give to young people today is keep going exactly the same way you're going. This younger generation is smarter, more kind, more intelligent, more knowledgeable. They are the fruits, not the low-hanging fruits. We are the low-hanging fruits, the baby boomers, and that's the older people. This younger generation with your technology, your robots, your AI, and with your continuum of everything as far as gender and being tolerant of each other, accepting everybody. This is a choice generation. And the quicker people over 30 die, the better this world is going to be. This younger generation. Now, there's some problems, okay? There's always going to be problems. There's a small group of females. I was just joking with my friend here a minute ago about the 666. Most of you pull that up biblically, that it's a sign of the devil. But the newer generation, they want 6 feet tall, 6-inch dick, and 6-figure income, 666. And these girls that get on the Wi-Fi or on these selfies, trying to trap a man. And these men that go over to the gym and they take a picture of their being buffed and their abdomen and whatever. This is fake. This is fake shit. And the young people that chase that, they're going to find out they're going to be very unhappy human beings. This younger group needs to focus that a lot of the girls and a lot of the boys that are not just hot is what you want. That's what you want. The book that Genevieve wrote, The Urantia Woman, right up here on the bookshelf. Go to Amazon Books, look up David Crossett, and pull up The Urantia Woman. It is this principle that these young people are trying to trap other creatures, men and women. It's ridiculous, and they rob, they overpower your wonderful apps and your wonderful ways of communicating, whether it's Facebook, whether it's X, whether it's YouTube, whatever. It's always the people who are idiots that seem to be out front. And I'm going to say that. Cheerleaders, movie stars, politicians, they're assholes. When you look at their life and you go back over their life, they lie, they cheat, they steal, they've got venereal disease, they've haunted people, they've hurt people. The ones that are popular are not the ones you want. You want to look for the girl next door. She may be not a beauty, But she's not going to be ugly. Not bad. If she's got 3 heads and a butt that's the size of a Volkswagen, then of course there's going to be a certain amount of attractiveness there. These women that we need to look for, you younger generation, are pretty much the girl next door. They're smart. They're happy. They may come from another country. They may be bilingual. They do pretty well in school. And goddamn, they're going to be fabulous little mothers. And they're going to stand behind you when you lose your job, when you have a heart surgery. She's going to be standing there beside you. The little model that you thought, the cheerleader, that was, when she was 18, 22, and you wanted to hold her up as a trophy wife, her ass is gone. When you're 43 years old and you're in an automobile accident and you're paralyzed from the waist down, that girl is going to leave your ass in an instant. The little girl next door, she's not going to do that. And to the girls, the little boy, he may have glasses, he may be a little shorter than you want. And when I was little, I had skinny arms. I was very self-conscious that I was not buff. I had skinny arms. So it goes both ways. Look into the Urantia book, especially females. That book was written for you, how you're judged incorrectly. But we need to look to the character, the wisdom, the history, the morality of a human being. If we date with our eyes closed, we're going to do good. We're going to do fucking good if we close our eyes. That sensory system is the most evil part of choosing a mate. Close your eyes, talk to your man or your woman online, and get to know them. When Mercy and I first dated, and she was in the Philippines, I was here, we had no pictures. We couldn't see each other, but I got to know her. And as we're pushing 20 years now in a marriage, we've raised 2 girls, and we've had the ups and downs of life. She's been right there. And the other day when somebody, quasi, threatened her, I'm old. Goddamn, I flew out of that fucking chair and I said, you don't talk to my wife that way. I'll kick your ass from here to Kentucky. I protect her. So, you young people, my best advice, close your eyes when you date. Listen to the words of the person. Feel the spirit of that person. Then make a good decision.
Do you believe in prenups?
Do I believe in prenups? Well, that's kind of an old-fashioned question now because most of you young people aren't even getting married. And that's certainly to the woman's disadvantage. Men are taking advantage of that. We used to say, why buy the cow if you can get the milk for free? I watch a lot of Judge Judy, not for legal information, but for how humans treat each other, what they think, what their reality is. And this lack of commitment from especially men, women, can't find good men. They can't find a good man that says, hey, I'll stand by you. If you become ugly or you get breast cancer, you got no boobs anymore, I don't give a shit. I'm still going to love you. I lost my train of thought again. I'm getting old. I guess what I'm saying is the thing to do is choose the person that you can feel their heart, their mind, and their spirit. If you choose a person like that, you got a gold mine. You got a fucking gold mine. If you don't do that, you're going to be mining coal. You'll be a coal miner eventually.
Do you think a man has to make more in the relationship in order for it to work?
Make more money or more effort?
Both.
No. Men will never put more into it. I should never. You never say never. The aberration is some men, not very many, you can count them on one hand, will love, forgive. He's probably more desperate than he is loving. It's the opposite. The female puts much more into every relationship. Always has been, always will be. Men don't like that. Fuck them. It's true. The men will fuck a tree. They'll fuck a cow, a horse, and they'll fuck their girlfriend and your sister and your mother. And the female will go, well, honey, let's get some counseling. Honey, let's, can you stop doing that shit? The woman puts always in 200%. The man, by nature, average man is going to put in 50%. A good man will put in 100%. But boy, I'll tell you, most men are pigs with lipstick. Be careful, girls. That's transgender talk.
Well, those are all the questions I
Okay,
have
the
for
Holy Ghost has
today.
got to go home. Thank you. I'm going to go ahead and turn this video off. I'll do another one today on Does Character Matter?